Hey, everybody.
Hello. We nearly said hello at the same time.
That's what you do when
Yes,
you've been together.
we have a question from a person who wants to remain anonymous, and we want to read it out to you so that we can have a few words on it as a way of trying to address the question. I've been in relationships. Well, hi, Mo and Pindi. I've been in a relationship with this man for almost 4 years. We have we have kids together and all. Our relationship started having problems, and I suspected that he's cheating on me. But he made me to think that I was crazy
Hmm.
and are seeing things. I went through his phone and found several different girls that he was talking to, and some of them he even slept with them.
Hmm.
I confronted him, and he told me that the decision is mine to stay or to go
Hmm.
because he had extremely hurt me. I stayed, but truly speaking, I don't trust him anymore. And we're in a long distance relationship, even though we're talking about him getting a transfer.
Hmm.
I feel that most men cheat, and leaving him for that reason would be pointless.
Hmm.
However, I can't seem to get over it, and I'm thinking of cheating myself just to make myself feel better and also get back at him.
Hmm.
Hurt, Anonymous.
Wow. Wow.
Where do we even begin?
Thank you, Anonymous, for that question. There's so many layers,
Yeah,
in this question, in this anonymous question. But
yeah.
I think one that really springs to mind quickly is her saying, she feels it's pointless to leave this relationship because, after all, all men cheat.
Most men cheat.
Well, most men cheat. I kind of feel this is a very incorrect conclusion to get to, and to continue in a relationship that is not respecting you on the basis that actually most men cheat. I mean, she uses the word, it's pointless for me leaving for this reason.
Mm,
Leaving a relationship because somebody cheats on you,
mm,
there's nothing pointless about that.
mm.
There's everything
Yeah.
making you to actually leave. It's one thing when someone is remorseful and, you have done something wrong to me, and you apologize and you
Mm,
feel, you made a mistake, or you were not thinking right,
mm,
or
mm,
whatever the reason is. But to not be remorseful and tell someone, well, it's up to you whether you stay or leave,
mm.
that's a big concern for me.
That's a big red flag.
You
As a
know?
matter of fact, the red flag doesn't begin there. The red
Mm,
flag begins from the beginning, at
mm.
least insofar as
Yeah,
this
yeah, this text.
correspondence is concerned. The beginning, in terms of this correspondence, is him, obviously denying that he is actually cheating based on whatever it is that you suspected and the evidence that you had.
And making her feel like she's crazy.
Making you feel like that is a red flag.
Yeah.
There is something that is very wrong about a man or a woman, doesn't matter, that, you know, avoids addressing an issue
Mm,
by making you feel like you are the one who's crazy.
mm. Yeah.
It borders along the lines of invalidation. It borders along the lines of making somebody feel like, the idea of making somebody feel like they are crazy when they are pointing something out. When your partner points something out that they see as not right, not going all right in the relationship, you need to attend to that, because that's a signal. That is something that says, we were moving this direction all along. Suddenly there are things, there are strange things that are happening that I don't know.
I don't feel like we are moving in the right direction.
In the right direction, or in the direction that we're moving on. Whether that is suspicion, even if you don't have evidence, if your partner confronts you with a suspicion, don't invalidate. Instead, validate that. Acknowledge what it is that the person is pointing out, in the relationship, because to them, it's a sign. To them, it signals something.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is to make them feel crazy that what they are feeling, is really a non-issue.
But isn't that such a common psychology that men most of the time use, where you are kind of made to feel, or let me rather say some, so that I don't make it, like a blanket statement, where someone will actually make you feel like, I'm cheating. No, this almost, in most cases, it actually makes the other person feel like
they're the one that's crazy.
Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe, and that's wrong on its own.
And it's possible that you are seeing things. It's possible that you are wrong. You know what I mean? But it's how I address that suspicion. You get what I'm saying? I need to address that suspicion in a way that does not invalidate you. I need to address that suspicion in a way that gives you security in this relationship. When I address that suspicion in a way that says, you are seeing things, you are hallucinating, and all of those kind of things, then that is a red flag. Do you get what I'm saying? Because more often than not, it's probably true that I am actually cheating.
But in this case, we know for a fact that this lady wasn't overthinking things.
No, she wasn't hallucinating.
Because at the end, she was able to find things that pointed to the fact that there was even a sexual interaction, between
with several
women. So that we know for a fact that she wasn't really overthinking, or she wasn't going crazy, as he puts it.
Yeah.
But what is also very concerning is when you confront someone about something that you have evidence on, and this person tells you that, well, if you want to leave or if you want to stay, it's your decision.
It's up to you.
For me, it speaks of someone who, one, is not committed in this relationship, or someone who's already checked out, and they want to burden you with the responsibility of leaving. So at the end of the day, they feel better about themselves because they will say,
I didn't leave.
I never said you must leave. It was your decision. And also that's also another technique or tactic that people use, where a person knows that this relationship no longer serves me, but I'm not going to be the one to break up, because at the end of the day, I want to hold that to you. I want you to feel responsible, for leaving this relationship. So I still feel better about myself because I did not break up with you. So it kind of makes me feel that this guy is no longer here.
The guy has checked out. The guy is not invested in the relationship. The guy, I would even dare say, the guy doesn't love you no more.
Yeah.
The guy, maybe he doesn't love you no more. Maybe he has checked out of the relationship. Maybe he has disinvested himself from the relationship because you have enabled him.
Yes, because we teach people how to treat us.
We teach people how to treat us. Maybe you need to, because you see, that's another thing with this belief that most men cheat and all men cheat, and some others would say. It's because I take my experiences, of men,
having been with
the wrong guys, not just having been with having chosen the wrong guys, because I want for women to take responsibility as well.
Yeah.
In choosing the men
Choosing
that you
right.
have. You make the choice. The guy doesn't impose himself on you.
Yes.
You also make the
Yes.
choice to say yes to him. And then when you say yes to him, you need to think about what you've just said yes to. Because when you say yes to a man, you say yes to him, you say yes to a cheater.
Yeah.
You say yes, in this case, you say yes to a cheater, you say yes to a dishonest person, you say yes to a disrespectful somebody.
Yeah.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your experiences and make them a principle. And that is wrong. Principles are principles. You cannot take an experience and convert an experience into a principle. Not all men cheat.
And that's a fact.
And that's a fact. And let me also say that the fact that it seems like most men cheat is because there are a lot of people who talk and who say, and who cry and all of those kind of things, who tell on men cheating and whatever. There are a lot of men who don't cheat. They don't say anything about them not cheating.
Yeah.
There are many men who do not cheat. In fact, I would even dare say most men do not cheat. Because we don't announce, to everybody that we don't cheat. We take it as our responsibility not to cheat. We're doing what we're supposed to do.
It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do. We're not going to stand on rooftops, and say, I don't cheat and I don't cheat and all. No, it's such that the few that cheat, there's a lot of noise around it, then it becomes as though that most men cheat or all men cheat.
Yeah.
And the fact that when I say I mean the woman, the fact that you as Anonymous have had an experience, maybe just this one experience, or maybe all men that you have been with have been cheating on you, it still does not make it correct. It still does not make it right that most men cheat or all men cheat. No, it's just your experience. You've made maybe you need to look at yourself at some point and say, what is it about my decision making that makes me attract
the wrong guys,
cheaters? What is it about me that makes me want to all the time attract the wrong guys, the cheaters? Or maybe you need to look at yourself in the mirror at some point, because maybe it's the fact that you are enabling all these men that have been in your life that have been cheating. Maybe by you saying, even in this case, I'm not gonna leave, I'm gonna stick around because most men cheat anyway.
Who knows how she's been repeating this behavior? Because chances are, Sissy, you've been staying.
Yes,
and this is not the
where
first
you shouldn't
time.
be staying.
You've been staying. I mean, chances are, even with the previous boyfriend you've stayed, the other boyfriend you stayed. So for you, this has become part of who you are. To hold on to something even though that thing is no longer there. And it's very important. We've mentioned earlier that you teach people how to love
Treat
you. We teach people how to treat us. You have taught this guy that I'm going to stick around anyways. But the thing is, you are just saying you can't seem to get over it. And for me, the fact that you are saying you can't seem to get over it, it means then this doesn't feel right.
It's not right.
It means this is hurting you. It means there's a part of you that feels disrespected.
Yeah.
Don't ignore that part.
No.
Don't ignore that part, because it means there is something that you ought to do to get yourself out of this situation. You need to respect yourself enough.
Please.
Respect yourself enough sometimes to say no.
And
respect yourself enough to walk away.
Thank you. When you continue to stay in a relationship where disrespect is served all the time, there is nothing honorable by you staying.
No. In fact, there's everything wrong with it.
with you staying, because a relationship is a two-way street. You cannot be in a relationship by yourself,
Yeah.
because what you're going to do is exactly what you suggest you're going to do. You are saying, I'm going to stick around because most men cheat anyway.
Yes.
The worst thing you do, which is the worst thing you say in my view, is that you
I'm
are
gonna
going to
cheat
cheat
as well.
yourself as a way of getting back to him. But let me tell you something. When you cheat on somebody, it may give them pain, those that have feelings. This guy doesn't seem like he has feelings for
So
you.
it will actually mean nothing. Really.
It may well mean nothing to him. Not only do you hurt the next person, your partner, but importantly, you are hurting yourself. You are dishonoring yourself when you are cheating on your partner. See, you have revamped your whole philosophy about relationships. You have revamped your whole philosophy even about men. And you take that thinking, that faulty thinking, into your next relationship, such that even in your next relationship, when you meet a guy who is an honest guy, to you it will seem unreal. Because real for you is somebody
This is how it looks
who
like.
cheats, is somebody who tells you on your face that you can do whatever you want to do.
Sure.
And in your next relationship, you will treat that man, you will mistreat that man, a man that treats you with honor. It will be unreal for you.
Because you have
dishonored yourself.
You have created this unreal world.
Yeah.
And I think worse is so that you have kids. You are raising children.
My goodness.
You can't do that to your kids. Yes, we want kids to grow with their mom and dad, but it needs to be mom and dad who are good examples to them.
Yeah.
Imagine, because we don't know the extent of this. Maybe he doesn't sleep at home. Some days.
Otherwise, where does he get the time to sleep with several women?
You know what I'm saying? So there's also a pattern here that we are creating of kids that are going to be witnessing this as part of their lives and as part of their growing up. And who knows how those kids are going to turn out. So it's not just about you cheating on each other. It's about you cheating on your children, because you are teaching your kids a wrong way of handling a relationship.
Yeah.
Those kids are going to grow up, and this is how they will learn relationships are supposed to be. You are supposed to dishonor one another. You're supposed to disrespect one another.
And even disrespect yourselves.
Disrespect yourself in the name of being in a relationship.
You're not even married to the person. Perhaps if you were married, our language would change a little bit, because there's commitment and there's honor that goes with marriage. And we would advise differently without us, encouraging you to stay in a relationship that dishonors you.
Exactly. But even in marriage, if I may add, even in marriage, as much as the commitment level is different, but in marriage still, when someone is not changing, when someone is a serial cheater, it also can't be.
No, of course, you've got grounds to divorce and leave the person. That was not my point. My point is, you are in a relationship. The level of your commitment, is different. You get what I'm saying? The person is showing you flames. The person is showing you that I am not committed to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kids or not.
Kids or no kids. And when you're going to continue to stay under the guise, perhaps, of commitment, under the guise of, all men cheat anyway. Maybe the next one I will meet, is a cheater, and so on.
And under the idea that I'm also gonna cheat, as though that's gonna make things better.
It doesn't make sense.
Cheating on your partner to get back at them is not a solution.
It is not a solution. You're not just dishonoring your relationship, you are dishonoring you. You are dishonoring yourself. There is no respect you are giving yourself when you cheat on somebody, especially when you do it because you are saying you want to get back at them. In fact, there is no reason that is good enough, that will be honorable for you to cheat on somebody. There is none.
But imagine cheating on someone, hoping to hurt them, And when you witness that, you actually discover that they are not hurt
because
because they are actually happy elsewhere. So whether you cheat or you don't cheat, they basically are not moved. That will even hurt you even more, in my view.
yeah.
That will hurt you even more because you got to it with an aim of hurting somebody else.
And to them, it makes no
when they don't
difference.
get hurt,
Ooh.
that should kill.
Ooh.
That should definitely kill.
Okay, so in conclusion, CC,
Puma,
get out.
ayisebenzi that
Do
day.
not stay in a relationship where you are not wanted. Even in marriage, when somebody makes it clear to you that they do not want you around them, that they have found love elsewhere, do not stick around. You have grounds to leave.
Respect yourself
enough to get out of it. Respect, because you are going to internalize that disrespect, and you're gonna make that disrespect part of your identity. And yet, when you are fearfully and wonderfully made, you cannot take dishonor, somebody who dishonors you, and you make that part of your makeup. That's not who you are.
Not good.
You are a wonderful person. You are a beautiful person. You are a person who came into this relationship with good intentions and with loving intentions, with intentions of sticking around and building a home with
someone
this person
who wants to build.
Who wants to be, but now it turns out this person is not where you're at. So get out. Don't stick around. Get out of it. Get out of it.
It will serve you.
It will serve you. It will serve your children. Better. If there are things you need to do to restore your life back to normalcy. You need to forgive the person. You need to restore. You need to restore your self-respect. You need to restore your own dignity, your self-worth. You need to. There's a distance you need to. There's a route you need to take. In order to get yourself in order, so that you are ready to commit yourself to somebody else. But for this one, somebody who clearly says, "Do what you want to do."
Get out of it. Get out of it. Get out of it with your dignity intact. There is nothing better than living a relationship with your dignity.
Yeah.
So this is not going to work.
It is not going to work.
We hope this has answered your question. But please, respect yourself enough, my
Don't
sister.
cheat on him. Don't cheat. He doesn't even deserve that.
Puma get respect.
Don't cheat on him as though I'm saying he doesn't even deserve that, as though somebody else deserves cheating.
No one deserves it.
No one deserves it. But the point is, the attention you are giving the guy, your investment into the relationship is not worth it. Because the person has checked out. The person is no longer invested in the relationship. May God bless you as you make choices for your own life, and especially on behalf of your children. Good luck.
We thank you. All the best.
Thank you.